Hi, my name is Jennifer Thornton-Jones. I am a graduate of RCSI in 2013 from the School of Physiotherapy, and I currently work at Duke University Health System as a clinical specialist physiotherapist in women's health and in oncology. I'm originally from California. I moved to Ireland in 2008 after I graduated my undergraduate at UCSD. I worked at Trinity College in research for about 3 years before deciding to go back and do physiotherapy as a postgraduate degree. I really missed that one-on-one interaction with patients that you didn't see as often in research. The basics of like helping someone walk again, helping someone get out of the hospital, helping someone get back running, all of that kind of stuff for me was really important, and I wanted to kind of help other people do those things and kind of get their lives back after illness or after injury. I think, one thing that was really great about RCSI was I got a really great base knowledge of all the foundations of physiotherapy. I also loved that we got to take things like our anatomy and our physiology with the med students and with the pharmacy students. But I think getting a really broad kind of spectrum of all the different areas of physiotherapy was important as well. So like in our last year, I was exposed to women's health, I was exposed to oncology, and that's what really made me realize like those were the areas that I really wanted to go into. And I wasn't even aware that women's health or pelvic health was the field I could go into. And not only during my schooling did I learn about it, I was lucky that I got to get some clinical experience in women's health as well. And that really cemented that like this 100% was what I wanted to do. So, on graduating, I really knew that that was the area I wanted to focus in from my early career. Really, the first thing that got me so interested in women's health and pelvic health was supporting women throughout their pregnancies and after their deliveries. And I really feel at the moment that we don't have enough support for women after delivering babies. You have this amazing growth period that you go through. It's the most amount of growth our bodies go through, apart from when we're 0 to 1, is during pregnancy. And so it's this huge change, not only physically, but also to someone's life. So I really love being there for a patient, kind of help supporting them through that, whatever their goals might be. And I also love sort of helping someone get back to the person that they want to be or the person that they were before, or whatever that looks like in terms of mixing that together with parenthood. That's really difficult. And it's one of those things that I think we have almost two views of in healthcare. We kind of have one view that's very medicalized when it comes to birth and when it comes to recovery. And then we have another view that's like, it's natural. Women have been doing this for years. They can figure it out. They're going to be fine. And there's so much more that actually we could do to support women, especially in this day and age when we know that things like community and support are so important during this time. I guess from a personal side, my father, he unfortunately passed away from lung cancer while I was at RCSI. So that was very difficult. And so I really got more interested in the oncology realm, I suppose, because of that. And I kind of work in a subset of oncology. I tend to work with women's cancers and GI and pelvic cancers. But that also is this huge change that people are going through and a huge reframing of their life. And in a very different way, it's a very beneficial time to kind of be supportive of that person. And again, kind of figuring out who were they before, what were they doing before, and how can we again reintegrate that now in the context of being a cancer survivor. One of the greatest things is like obviously having, a patient send me a picture of her new baby, or, for a lot of the women that I work with where it's not really a maternal issue, but say, for example, women who have pain with sex, getting an email, saying that they were able to be with their husband or be with their partner. That's actually great. I'm so excited when I get those emails and messages into my inbox. And then on the flip side, some of the things that I'm looking at are, I have patients that I still talk to who I'm not necessarily treating anymore. But unfortunately, I've had a cancer recurrence, and, I still kind of just keep in touch with them throughout whatever process it is. And unfortunately, keep in touch with their families if there is a case where, my patient didn't survive their battle. So, there is kind of two sides of it. Some days I'm kind of getting birth notifications and the same day sending out a condolence card to a family. So it does become very personal. Like you're working with this person and you get to know them so well. But that is one of the things I love about it as well. As a physical therapist, our job is really to try to help them with all these physical aspects of their lives. But in all of these areas, there's really a lot of mental support and kind of community and sort of social support that we try to provide as well. So it really is multifactorial care. I think it really does go beyond just like what we do as physical therapists. right now, a lot of healthcare professionals are struggling. It's been a hard couple of years. You do go through these moments where you're kind of like, you kind of feel like you're not even touching the surface when it comes to some of the public health needs that are out there. And so I was actually kind of going through a bit of this the week that I found out. So when I didn't realize that I'd been nominated months before, and when I won the award, I did get tearful because I had gone through this period of just being like, oh man, like how much am I actually doing? So it actually really did mean a great deal to me to win or to be nominated, even to be nominated enough and then to actually be recognized was a real honor.